Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night. Big Flex and Chris spreading the vibe. Eric and the mad scientist, David by my side. Untamed, unhinged, talking reptiles all day. Positivity's our topic in every single way. Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night. Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night. Big Flex and Chris spreading the vibe. Eric and the mad scientist, David by my side. Untamed, unhinged, talking reptiles all day. Positivity's our topic in every single way. Fuel stock with the community's voice, spreading love and knowledge, making noise by choice. Reptiles and exotics, we stand strong. Untamed, unhinged, singing our song. Untamed, unhinged, we ignite. Positivity shining bright. Reptiles, exotics all unite. Untamed, unhinged in the night.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Untamed and Unhinged. We got another one for you guys. So this is gonna be fun. And I want to take a minute. I want to shout out to Shaq because sometimes that's something we don't do often. So we're gonna go ahead and shout out. We're gonna start out 217 Python's Will. Shauna, what's up, Shauna? Thank you for being here. Vinny, thank you for being here. Big Mike, Herb Collectors, thank you for being here. Mission Morse, what's up? Emily, SR Exotics. We got Sammy, Bull Pythons, what's up, guys? JNS Exotics, James, Vinny, Bone Daddy, Serpents. Let's see. North Star Exotics, thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming out here, showing me love. I just want to say thank you, guys. Really, because y'all are watching this podcast, getting all these sponsors for us. Well, if it wasn't without you guys, I wouldn't be here. That's for sure. I just want to shout you guys out. First of all, people watching. Everything that's happening for us is because of y'all. So I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you. Now I'm going to go ahead and shout out the sponsors, and then we're going to go ahead and bring out our guest, Matt from Ebony and Ivory Reptiles. All right, let's go ahead and get the sponsors out. And then we got one more sponsor, which I haven't added. I just haven't got the time to add them there. Shed Outfitters. Use code Untamed, 10% off. Another sponsor. I appreciate them. I actually asked them to come on the podcast. They said that they wouldn't be good for a podcast, but they would love to sponsor the podcast. So that's how they became sponsored. Love them. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate everything, guys. What's up, Ro? Shout out to Ro, Bailey Royal Beauties. Bailey's. All right, let's go ahead and bring out Matt. What's up, Matt?
What's up, Matt?
What's up, fellas? How we doing, man?
Doing good. So I'm gonna let Eric start this off with his first question.
All right, let's get to it then.
First, hey, just give us some background on you, Matt. How you got started, what you're into, usual.
Yeah. So a little bit of background on me. I'm born and raised in San Diego, California, and I got my first reptile, a ball python, when I was like 7 or 8. And then my parents let me get that, moved my brother. Then I ended up getting 2 green iguanas, which were evil. They just sat in the tank, and we threw food in there, and that was it because they were crazy. So then I ended up just growing up reptiles all my life, man. So I've been around them since I was 7 years old. I mean, I went to college, got kicked out of the dorms my sophomore year freshman year, because we had ball pythons in the dorm. And then,
that's why you got kicked out?
Yeah.
Dang.
So that's trash.
I got kicked out for having reptiles in there. Yeah, man. So it was all good. Though. They ended up letting me back in. I just couldn't come back with that reptile. Uh, but then me and my younger brother, we actually went up to Oregon and played football at Oregon State together. So we had like a zoo in our house or in our apartment, in our 2-bedroom apartment. We had a whole living room full of. I had like 3 55-gallon fish tanks with Oscars and cichlids, and then we had ball pythons, carpet pythons, blood python. Oh man, we had all kinds of stuff. A few boa constrictors. Yeah, we had it all, man. So we had a mini zoo in college, and then so what? 2019, I tricked my wife into getting me a snake, and then before that, once she got me one turned into 3, and then we launched Ebony and Ivy Reptiles, man. So yeah, ever since then we've been trying to roll with it.
Nice.
So where'd you come up with the name? I really want to know.
As generic and simple as it may sound, my wife is white and I'm black. That's exactly where it came from. That's exactly where it came from. And I love music. Yeah, I love music and I love the song. And I was actually sitting down one day, right before, because I was like, babe, I'm about to make I think I have maybe like 10 snakes at the time. And I'm like, hey, I want to make a YouTube channel, so I got to get a real name, this, that, and the other, have a little song for it, and this, that. And she pulled out some app, some YouTube app or whatever, and recorded me singing a song, and I sang it, and she recorded it, and then that was it. It's been the same intro for since I started the YouTube channel I want to say 2020, 2021. Same intro. Yeah.
Oh damn! I didn't even know you made your own intro. That's dope. I gotta go check out your intro.
Yeah, it's super catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I never heard. So you only work with ball pythons right now, or?
No, so Ebony and Ivy Reptiles, that's why we named it Ebony and Ivy Reptiles, is because like I only breed the ball python. So that's what I breed. I want to breed tegus and bearded dragons as well. But the reptiles part of our stuff is that we have a tegu, we have a bearded dragon, we have a blue tongue skink, boa, retic, worm, caiman lizard, tortoises, because we do educational shows and birthday parties and stuff like that. So like Monday I had a daycare that I went to, and I did 3 shows at that daycare, and then on Friday I got another summer camp that I'm going to do 2 shows there. So during the summertime, man, we're pretty booked up like every weekend from June until school starts back up at the end of, or at the beginning of August. But it really flows all the way into the fall. We're doing birthday parties and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
So what is your favorite part about doing parties, working with the kids, and all that? What do you love most about doing that?
Oh man, just the interaction with the kids. It's the joy that it brings to them, because kids are fearless, man. So I'll bring out an 8-foot worm, and they are running up trying to grab it, and I got to tell them to back off. And I'm like, hold on, let me get it out the box, and let me make sure she's all right, and then I'll let you guys start holding her and touching her. But they're fearless, man, and they have it's about that experience. Like we got a lot of those trampoline theme parks and all that kind of stuff out here. And now that's become just like a regular thing for a kid's birthday. So we just like to give something that's out of the ordinary, something different. And also the parents, most of the parents, when we go to these parties, they'll buy the parties, like they'll pay for us to come do the party. The parents will stand way off to the back, and they won't do anything but just stand there and watch, because they already have that fear built in them. But being able to watch a parent get over their fear because their children are holding it and this and the other, that's another great part for those shows, or for those parties that we like. And then the other part is being able to just educate people. We do a lot of education, so we break our show down for 25 minutes to 30 minutes of education, and then that last half of the show is where we let people interact and hold those animals. But we do spend a good time engaging and teaching people where the animals come from, what they eat, what kind of habitats they need, all that kind of stuff. That's very important for these kids to know, that will go to the pet store and buy the next bearded dragon that they get.
Do you ever get any inquiries from the parents after any of these shows? Like maybe want to get a snake for their kid or anything like that?
Yeah. I've sold not too many, but I sold, I want to say like 2 or 3 based off of a party. Most parties though turn into another party because like I want to say last month we did a party at this lady's house at 11 in the morning, and the girl's cousin was there, and she was having a sleepover that night, and her parents were there, and they were like, "Hey, I know it's late, but can we get you to come to our house tonight for our daughter's sleepover?" You know what I'm saying? So that's what really happens with a lot of our parties. It's a lot of word of mouth, and these kids get to experience something, the parents experience something they never have, and then it branches out from there, and we just do more parties, which is cool, which is a lot of fun. But we have sold a few from that, but not very many. Not very many snakes come from the parties, unless it comes from, they'll come to our local show here that we have twice a year, and I'll get people that have been to the parties, they'll come to the local show, and then they'll more than likely buy something from there at the show, for sure.
So have you ever had a kid just run up to you and be like, I want to do what you're doing? And like, what do you tell them? Like, how do you keep that, like, them going to be positive, you know?
Yeah, man. I mean, I try not to tell them the same thing my parents tell me and be like, just wait till you grow 'em. You know, because I was that kid in elementary school. They used to have the reptile guy come to my elementary school, and he would come and do an assembly for the school, and he'd bring out all these cool reptiles. And I knew that that was something that I had a passion to do. So when kids tell me that, I just, you know, I tell them, first, you know, you got to ask your parents, and, you know, keep dreaming. And if this is something you want to do, it's real easy to get into, and something that you can definitely do. I try to mentor a lot of teenage kids that come up to me like at shows and stuff, and our 4-H program and stuff out here. I try to stay involved with them a lot because those kids are right there at that age to where they can actually start keeping multiple animals, and in the future start doing the kind of stuff that I'm doing. So,
Dude, man, I was on it. That's dope. But I'm gonna say something real quick. I want people to stay here. We got a big podcast tonight. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be got some huge announcements coming out. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna want to stay here and watch this. Nobody knows. Eric, look at Eric's face. He's like confused. Matt does know, but it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Just wait. It's about to get in. Like, get good. But where were we? What was the last thing Matt said about the
I
kid?
don't know.
Right?
Now I'm thinking about these announcements.
Oh, bro, you just gotta wait. I can't tell you. Have you ever had like a day where you're having a good positive day, and then somebody come in and trying to mess that shit up,
oh yeah, for sure.
and then you just get more positive shit happening?
Yeah.
So it's just one of them days. You know,
Yeah.
it's just one of them days. It's gonna be a good day, bro. I'm telling you.
One of my favorite, I wouldn't say it's a quote, but it's a lyric from Kanye West. Can't remember what song was it? Can't remember the name of the song, but he said, it's always gonna be haters, that's the way it is. Hater dudes marry hater women and have hater kids. So anytime something comes up in life, I'm just like, well, there's always haters everywhere. So, you know, expect it, and then let them hate, and, you know, just keep moving on. That's all it is.
For real.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everybody's like, just keep doing you, keep staying positive, you already know what you are. But just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing, and opportunity presented itself, and I took it, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
So, but I want to talk about you and the podcast, man. Like, what made you get into the podcast game? Was it because you started your YouTube channel already, or?
No, I like the YouTube, doing my like YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. I really do like to just put out information for people, and also just interact with people in a different way. I like to talk. I've been a talker all my life, whether it's presentations or just talking to people. My career field that I was in before, well, for the last 8 years has been a recruiter for the military. So all I do is talk to people. But now that I'm getting out of the military, my next career I'm moving into is real estate, so I could just talk to people as well. I just like to talk. And so the podcast came about. Me and Mike were having a conversation one day, and he's been rolling his podcast with Clutch Conversations, and he's been killing it. And we got to talking months ago, and we're like, dude, let's, maybe we should do one together. and we bounce some ideas off each other on how we want to do it, how we want to make it different from every other podcast that we seen, and also from his podcast that he already does, because we don't want to make it redundant with the Clutch Conversations podcast. And so, yeah, we just bounced some ideas off of each other and decided, we're going to focus in on certain topic and let's dive in it and dissect it for 2 weeks and then come and present our case to the masses with it and have fun with it. So it's been a lot of fun. We've 4 episodes in, and it's been great, man. It's been great.
Yeah, you guys have a really great synergy together too.
Yeah, we do. We bounce off of each other. Mike is I'm more. I mean, you see my YouTube videos. I'm more that I'm always up here. Mike is an even keel kind of guy. Like I don't know if I've ever seen him or heard him be mad. Like he stays right there. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm like here, and then I'll be here. So he balances it out. And so yeah, man, we just bounce off each other though. We have a good groove that we got going, and just praying for it to just continue to get better.
Hell yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know how y'all like go based off topics. That stuff, like, I don't know. I just try to go off the top of my head, try to feed off of you, like what you about, Oh, but I do got another question because speaking of the podcast, hey, what's up, Chris? And Sammy, what's up, Sammy? I'm sorry.
Chris, what's up, man?
Did you play football? Because when you said y'all played football, or you were going to college for football, did you play football?
Yeah, so I actually played college basketball and football. So
What position you played?
I played defensive end in football at Oregon State University back in 2009 and 10. And then I played college basketball here at the University of Nevada, Reno, where I live at, in 06 and 07. No, 06, 07. And then I redshirted a year and then went up to Oregon State and then played football up there. So
yeah, that's what I played. I played arena football, but I played quarterback, and then I played defensive end as well.
Oh, yeah,
outside linebacker.
Yeah.
Front side. So yeah, I like football. I love football. I love to hit people.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's a lot of fun. I always tell kids, because I coach football now. I've coached at the high school level. Oh, shoot. There you go. What's happening?
What's good?
Man, man. Chilling, man. What's good with you, bro?
Man, chilling, man. You know how we do.
Oh, yeah, bro. Just sitting here talking about a little football and stuff like that,
Y'all talk about the Gators?
No, we definitely ain't talking about no sorry Florida things.
Eric, sorry, man.
Oh, man. Are you a Gator fan too, Eric?
No, I used to live in Gainesville though, so I've been I've been to the swamp a bunch of times. But I'm a Hurricane fan.
Okay.
Yeah,
which is even worse.
That's unfortunate.
We don't know how to play football.
The Hurricanes are actually pretty good. They're decent.
Yeah, I got a little respect for them. Any football team that can play on drugs, as much drugs as they were all on, that's a good. I got to give them their props. But I'm a West Coast guy, so if it ain't USC, if it ain't Oregon State, that's it. That's all I rock. USC and Oregon State. That's it.
Yeah, I rock Texas.
Come on, Chris.
Texas. I do like Oregon only because of the chrome helmets. That's the only reason why I like Oregon. But yeah, I do rock with Oregon and I do rock with Texas Longhorns. But
when you go see a game in the swamp in that atmosphere, it's something different. You get everybody wearing orange and blue. One side of the stadium going orange, the other side of the stadium going blue.
Yeah, tell them about it.
Oh God! Oh God!
That stadium come alive, man.
Oh
man. So, how did you get where you are today, big man?
How did I get where? What you mean, like
to the Reptiles? And like, what were some of the challenges you faced along the way?
Oh man, I done faced some challenges, bro. As far as when I started, I will say I did get I was able to start on somewhat of a better end than other people, most people that get into the hobby, because a lot of people, their stories will be, yeah, I came in and I bought 15 pastels, 5 Mojaves, and they, 8 of them were males and 3 was females. But
Okay.
my story is when I got in, I was already watching, you know, Chris Hardwick, who was big at the time, a lot of mutation creation stuff. So I was already hip to the game of buying females first, and it just so happened that I had bought a Rottweiler from a guy over in Alabama, and then I went and bought a snake, and I posted my snake on Facebook, and he was like, "Hey man, my nephew breeds ball pythons. Reach out to him." So that's how I ended up getting in contact with Justin Thomas, because I had bought a Rottweiler from his uncle earlier in that year, and he, from the beginning, what I'm saying, he's helped me out and steered me the right way, because he had already been in for a few years, and so he kind of put me on put me on the right path, and then we just formed this group with me, him, Mike, Jaffe, and Ankh, and I think that has helped me avoid a lot of obstacles, because we bounce a lot of stuff off of each other. Like I don't just buy an animal before I bring it to the group. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a high dollar animal. If I got a high dollar animal in mind, we'll send it to each other in the group and be like, hey, how does this look in my projects? You know what I'm saying? And so we'll bounce some ideas off of each other, and then if it's a goal, then it's a goal, and we'll run with it. Um, but I think that's been a lot of the keys to my success, is having that group of people around me to bounce ideas off of, for sure.
Yeah, and you get everybody's got a different perspective, different point of view. So like
Yeah.
somebody can see something that you don't see down the line. It can definitely help you out.
See, but
Yeah.
that's dope. So like, but I don't got many people that do rat snakes, because now I do rat snakes. I kind of got out of the ball python game. So
Yeah. Yeah, I know a few people out here that do rat snakes out here in Reno, for sure. There's some people out here, but it really does, and it's when I say, because shoot, we was talking about it earlier today in our group. When I say like a group of people around you, you need a group of people also though that's going to tell you the truth. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's what we do. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're wrong, you're wrong. If that snake sucks, it sucks. If that snake ain't got what you think it got in it, you know how you cut an egg and you be like, nah, this is a DG clown, hypo, red stripe, yellow belly, and really it's just a DG. Then you need some you need some dudes around you that's gonna tell you the truth, bro. So and so that's what we have in that group. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hard feelings, If the animal ain't it, it ain't it, bro. That's just what it is.
see, and then at the same time, you learn to respect like everybody's opinion. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right,
But that's
right.
awesome. Like to have a circle like that.
Yeah.
I wonder, do they tell you to get up and get your ass up too? Like
But
when you don't feel like getting up, like, oh, I don't feel like it today. Hey,
Matt
get
be
your
up
ass up.
for all of us.
If you would
Matt be up before all of us.
be like, hey, it's time to rise and shine. Get your ass up today. Let's go.
yeah. And it's crazy because they all a few hours ahead of me, but I'll be up at 4 o'clock for my workout in the morning. So, I'll shoot them a message sometime before they even up. So
Damn, 4 o'clock. I can't do that. I could
I
do.
got to before the kids wake up, man.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And what about you, Mike? Same question for you. Any challenges you faces coming in, working with the reptiles?
Challenges that I
Yes.
face. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, it's been a number of challenges, right? Because I'm relatively new. We didn't start keeping until 2020, and so like I've been kind of like learning stuff this whole time as we go, and I feel like it'll probably be like that like for the entire time that we keep in reptiles, like learning more and more stuff. And so like that was one of the big things first, like getting into breeding and then increasing your numbers, like in terms of like how many clutches you produce and how many animals you keep it. And then we took it up a level with the rodents, and so increasing the rodent production and all that good stuff. And so it's a lot to learn, a lot to get your mind wrapped around. But to Matt's point though, man, it's so clutch, no pun intended, to have like that solid group of fellas in our chat who just keep it 100, keep it a buck, It ain't no, because we all know it's not personal. We all know we got each other's best interests in mind, and so no one's taking it personal. We keeping it real. We telling people not necessarily what they want to hear, but what they need to hear. Sometimes it is what you want to hear because it might be the truth, but at the end of the day, we keeping it a buck, and so that's huge, right? Uh, like Matt was saying, like with IDing the animals and stuff like that. When you cutting that clutch and you hatched it, you produced it, you naturally gonna be biased. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to see stuff that's not there. You're gonna want it to be like the best of the best of the best. Because at the end of the day, that's what we all want. We want the best of the best of the best. But the bottom line up front is you're not gonna always hit that all gene. You're not gonna always have all those extra genes in your animal, right? And so having somebody who can help kind of like bring you down off that high, because you're eventually gonna come down off that high, whether you want to or not. But having somebody keep it real with you, man, that's huge, man. And we all got diverse opinions too, and we look at things differently. And so like that just really adds to the strength of the group, man. Because at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron.
Facts, yeah.
Facts. Like that. That's facts. Yeah, hell yeah. So,
Did oh my bad, Chris.
John, go ahead, brother.
Did
If y'all notice me swatting, man, it's because it's a wasp in here. I just noticed, man. I'm scared I'm gonna get bit by that joke. I don't like to get bit by no wasp or no bees or nothing like that. Like carpet python me all day before a wasp.
Hey, are you allergic to bees and wasps, Mike?
Now I'm not allergic. I don't like it.
Yeah, I hate getting bit too, or stung, whatever. But go ahead, Eric. Ask your question.
was there any like situations like that where the group prevented, like, I guess either one of y'all from making like a bad purchase? Not a bad purchase, but just not maybe like the smartest, you know?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. There's always been. I mean, I'm trying to think of one recently. Trying to think. Can you think of one? Because I know. Because for the most part, it'd be like, okay, like say I'm trying to get into, like me, I'm the only one in the group in paint, right? And so it'd be like the reason I just got the most recent paint girl I got, which is a red stripe yellow belly head paint proven breeder girl. The reason I got her is because our buddy Justin Thomas had saw it on Morph Market and screenshot it and sent it in the group and was like, Matt, pick this, you should pick this up. You know what I'm saying? It'd be stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even see it. He sent it to me and I was like, oh, okay, yep, that fit the project. Let me go ahead and grab her. I'm trying to think what it was. I know I was going to get into some stuff. Now, I won't say it was looking back at it, it wasn't a bad decision because I did do great in that project. So I was going to go into lace back in 2021, but instead, because I talked to to Justin Thomas about it, he was like, "Hey, I'm in the Cypress. Cypress is hot. That's the one I would go with." So I ended up going with Cypress instead of lace. I bounced some, and he was telling me like, "Hey, this is why you should versus why you shouldn't." Granted, lace is a great jade, and I do have it now. But I started off with Cypress, and I did tenfold in the Cypress game when I jumped into Cypress. So it's stuff like that. We just bounce off each other.
Yeah, Justin helped talk me out of a male that had lace. I won't say the specific project, but he helped talk me out of a male that had lace. Like it was a male that was going to be in a quiet project, but I ended up going with a male that's not quite in the quiet project. He missing one of the heads, but I got 3 codoms in the mix, and so for me and what I'm trying to do with the project, it works a lot better. I'm gonna still be in the quad, but this male also has codoms that like work well within this project, and so I can do a lot more with that male and have those codoms working into that project at the same time without trying to make that huge odds jump to hit that quad and then still not have a lot of codoms in the project. And so like that was a decision like that he helped me make, and it made sense, and so I resonated with that. So yeah, for sure.
Damn, okay. So what, like, are y'all expecting, what is your most exciting, like, project you're expecting or clutch that you're expecting this year?
Let's see. For me, it would have to be. I honestly have a few that I'm really excited about, but I'm waiting on this. I'm waiting on a female to lay that is a hypo clown head DG female that was bred to my paint male, and so I'm hoping, they'll all automatically be triple head hypo DG, or no, hypo clown paints, and then I'll test for desert ghosts in them, and hopefully I'll have some desert ghost heads in there as well. And that is really my main focus of my projects, are those four recesses. I do got some potential hypo clown double head DG hides as well in the incubator right now, so be able to make some for that quad project. So yeah, but the paint stuff is what I'm more excited about. I like it. I like what it does, and so that's what I'm more excited about.
I've seen Pink. I kind of like it too.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah,
So
I like it.
I'm about to get in the paint project too. Matt just don't know it yet.
what about you, Mike? What are you excited for this year?
Man, like Matt said, man, I got a bunch of things I'm excited for. I would say if I had to like boil it down to one project that I'm most excited for, or one pairing that I'm most excited for, it's a vanilla Dark Knight het hypo paired to a chocolate leopard Huffman double het hypo clown. Shooting for double plus the ALS on there, whether that's super chocolate or chocolate spot nose, and then obviously the hypo clown will round that out, and then like whatever genes kind of come in there. But yeah, man, really hoping I hit something nice, preferably the double with the ALS.
Damn, okay, that's dope. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all your projects are amazing. Like, I'm still like maybe high clowns. That's where I'm at right now.
Oh no,
'Cause
man,
I
I made some bales the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, I
made
like-
some bales.
Oh, you
Oh,
made
yeah.
bells?
Oh yeah, man. I like doing shows, so you got to have some of those animals that
Bells, the
pretty on the
pies.
table.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
just like pies, man. I like the pies and bells. It's the only thing I feel like when you go to the shows, that's what everybody's looking at, that white snake or that pied snake, or
Mhm.
what's that other pie look like? Just something shiny and bright. That's all they care.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but if they see something dark, they're like, oh yeah, that's nice too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Don't sleep on the Clown Pride project, man. That's a dope project.
So that's what I got now. I didn't realize I had that. So I saw this female here. I forgot she's she's a super pastel lesser fire, 100% hex clown, and then but she kind of looks pied Lukish. So I don't know. I haven't got her tested yet, but I put her with my pied head clown.
You said she hit pied or she?
No, I said she looks kind of pied Lukish, but
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know. I just haven't had to test it yet because he didn't tell me. He said it was a possibility she could be het for pied, but he didn't think she was. So.
Send that shed test to Gray Rider Reptiles, www.shedtesting.com.
So that's exactly what I did, was put my pied male to her. So the pied clown, the head pied clown to her. So we'll see what's up. See what happens. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
Right. Maybe you hit one. Maybe.
Man, if I hit one, that's it. I'll be happy. I'll be excited. So like, yes, I did.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
mean,
dope.
it's not just a Kaboka or anybody like that, but I mean, I hit one.
I got that wasp.
Oh, you killed it?
Caught it slipping.
So coming into the hobby, Matt, who was the most influential person, like, to you, and that made an impact on you?
That's not in our little core group that we got.
It could be a core group, out of the core group, or just
I'll
something
go
in the hub.
Let's see. Let me go out of the core group. Let's see. And that when I came in, they were influential to me. As shocking as it may sound, Chris Hardwick was very influential to me. I know a lot of people bashing, but that dude used to get on and that monotone voice that just like my wife would she loves hearing that dude. Like she would love hearing me watch that dude's videos. His videos were very influential to me as far as getting on the hobby, getting into the hobby. Anybody who was making videos from Bill, what is his name? Orph Mixology. Orph Mixology used to put out a lot of videos.
Oh yeah, okay, I heard about them. Yes.
Yeah, so he used to make all his racks and his snake racks and his rat racks and stuff. And so I used to watch all his videos to kind of map out how I would do mine, because I built my first racks that I had. I built my first rat racks, all that stuff. I had to build it all before I was able to get any of this stuff back here. And so those kind of guys were influential to anybody who could teach me how to buy the good snake, but come in, get the other stuff on the budget, and then let the snakes pay for that. Then those people were very influential to me. I stayed watching those people for sure.
Man, you got blessed because nobody taught me how to do that. I was just buying snakes, and not letting them pay for themselves. So
Yeah,
I would say my first mentor, I guess he kind of screwed me, because he was just like, "Ooh, buy that, buy this, put that with that, and then buy that,"
yeah,
and it just
yeah,
kind of messed me up, man. So
yeah,
I think I was trying to do too much, and I wasn't feeling it anymore. So that's why I was like on myself off. I thought to get into different species, and
yeah,
that's why I just started getting pairs only and started working with them, just raising them up, handling them, just getting used to me. So like these two bowls I just recently got, I got a Sunglow Motley, and then the VPI Motley. I'm gonna put those two together so I make some gorgeous babies.
yeah.
They said you should put those two together, so I'm gonna put them together. Huh?
You said what was it?
Sunglow Motley and VPI Motley.
Okay.
So they told me to go ahead and put those together, but they said they weren't sure if the Sunglow is Motley because I was talking to some boa breeders and they said they don't see the Motley there. But to go ahead and put them together still because those are going to be some gorgeous babies.
Can you do Motley to Motley and boas?
That's what I was about to ask.
See that? I asked them. They said some may come out with like kinks. So you don't want to do Motley and Motley. That's what they were telling me, that they could come out with some deformities, and I don't want that. So I'm hoping he's not, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and put them together and see what happens.
Yeah, I heard they like eventually die. Like they don't make it very long.
Yeah, they don't make it long. That's what they say. They don't live long. Nothing wrong with scaling back and refocusing your program. Oh, definitely. Ain't nothing. There's nothing wrong with scaling back for sure. Same question for you, Big Mike.
Man, when I first got in, it was a lot of people that I was like tapping into, because like I said, man, I got into it like 2020, and I had a lot of extra time on my hands, for obvious reasons, and so like I was just really like going down that YouTube rabbit hole. Funny enough, so she's not in right now, but one of the first people's YouTube outside of Chris Hardwick, because I think we all went through the Chris Hardwick phase. But one of the first people's YouTube that I came across was Precious Pythons. You remember Precious Pythons?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
I used to watch all her videos and stuff like that. And so that was like one of the first people I saw, and like her content was more geared towards like people just getting in. And so like I kind of got hooked onto that. Who else? Homie Gershon, man. Like I can't show that guy enough love. Like I don't know if like everybody just realized the impact that Gershon has had on just the content production and the YouTube and like this whole podcast movement. I don't think people really realize like how much of an impact Gershon had on it, right? Gershon influenced like so many people. Like he pushed me in the game, he pushed the homie Keys in the game, he pushed Antoine in the game, I believe he pushed Precious in the game too. Like it's just so many people that he pushed in the game and said, hey, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. And he didn't just say it one time and just let go. Like he followed up, right? He would circle back and say, hey, when you gonna drop that YouTube? When you gonna drop that YouTube? Because at the beginning, I was really kind of hesitant to drop a podcast because I was like, man, I'm fairly new. Ain't nobody gonna want to listen to me. Ain't nobody gonna want to hear what I gotta say. They're gonna be like, why he dropping the podcast? Why he dropping the podcast? So I had a little bit of self-doubt. I'm not gonna lie, but then I quickly got over that. And a lot of that was thanks to Gershon, like continuously pushing me, man. And so stepped out there, man. And then the rest is history, man. We just been doing it. We don't go ever since, man. So Gershon has had like a monumental influence on this community, whether he influenced you directly or influenced somebody that influenced you, right?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So
He
what
used to tell
happened
me
to him?
about YouTube all the time. To do YouTube.
Say again.
What happened to him?
Gershon, he stopped out the game at least for a minute, man. He had to take care of business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was like gone for like good or something. Happened. I don't know. Because I remember seeing him back when I came in. Then after a little while, I just seen him disappear.
Yeah,
I
I
was
still
like,
know
whatever
that
happened?
time.
So,
So shout out to GP States, man. Go back
Yeah.
and watch all those YouTube videos, man. It's out there, man.
all right,
I
guys. So
still
we're
got
ready.
his sticker on my door.
I was like, we're already at 40 minutes. I want you to go ahead and plug yourself, Matt, where people can find you. You can do shout outs right now. It's your time to make shout outs. So go ahead, Billy.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, you can find me on Instagram at Ebony and Ivy Reptiles on Instagram. Ebony and Ivy Reptiles on Facebook. Ebony and Ivy Reptiles on Morph Market, and I think that's all we at for right now. Yeah, Instagram, YouTube, and Morph Market. Yeah, so are on Facebook.
In the website.
And oh yeah, and the website. Yeah, we do got a website as well. Just don't go to the website, then be trying to ask me, do I sell stuff from there? don't call me asking me, do I got iguanas and stuff like that, because I don't have that. But yeah, man, you can find us. That's that's where you can find us at.
And you got the Double Clutch podcast. Or did you
Oh
say
yeah,
that?
Oh yeah,
And
we
on-
both
yeah.
got that.
yeah, and on the Double Clutch.
It's like,
And on
like
the
I
Double Clutch
forgot the
podcast. Yeah. Find that up under Her Collector's YouTube on the Double Clutch podcast. We be on
There you go. Here we go. All right, Big Mike, go ahead, plug yourself. Shout
Yes,
outs.
sir.
Do your shout outs, whoever you want.
Man, shout out to everybody, man. It's so hard to like do like individual shout outs, man, because you're gonna inevitably miss somebody. But shout out to everybody, man. This whole community, man, it's just like I said, man, it's just been a movement. A lot of positivity, a lot of people supporting each other, and that's super dope, man. It's just gonna make the community grow. It's a way for the community to get stronger in and of itself. And then when new people come in, you know what I'm saying, they give them something positive to gravitate towards, and it really make people want to stick around, man. So just shout out to everybody who been supporting us like from day one. Shout out to the people who just jumping on, man. Nothing but love. Really appreciate that, man. Just keep up the positivity, man. Keep up the support. Keep up the movement, man. It's super dope, man. And when we see it, it does not go unnoticed. And we definitely appreciate it, man, from the bottom of our heart.
Oh yeah, man. That's exactly why I took time earlier before I started the podcast. I wanted to thank everybody, because I said that everybody used my referral code for cold-blooded caffeine the most, and that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for them. So I wanted to thank everybody for using that code, getting me, the most or referral codes to use. Appreciate that, appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, same thing. Love you guys, and we want y'all to come into positivity, open arms. When y'all see a podcast. So, yeah, definitely. So now I'm gonna have some fun because I like this question only because Keys and Wiz they answer this. So, what movie best describes you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
True. Hey, I'm more anything with Denzel in it, man. I'm more like a Training Day, Equalizer. You know what I'm saying? John Q. I could go to John Q. You know what I'm saying? whatever Denzel do, I can. That's me. So
Okay. So I should ask you. So, what's your? If you like Denzel, then what's your favorite quote from Denzel?
My favorite quote.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That would tell me.
It's a lot, but I probably have to. Training Day is my favorite one. I probably have to. You know what I'm saying? The whole scene of him fighting old boy at the end, in the hood, when he tell him, that King Kong ain't got nothing on him. You know what I'm saying? That whole scene from him going from the top to the bottom so quick. That movie is, you know what I'm saying? That's the story right there. You know?
Gotcha. Mike?
Man, that's such a hard question, bro. But
Yeah, it is.
man, that's a hard question. That's a good question though, because it's hard. I'm gonna go Menace to Society, man. Menace to Society. And the reason I say that, man, is because like at some point in my life, like I've been, at least to an extent, maybe not to the most extreme degree, but I've been like one of those characters in that movie, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was Old Dog and I was just like on some crazy knucklehead, just I don't give a crap kind of stuff. Like I done been there in my life, right? I done been kind of like the Kane character who was just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, treading the thin line between, you know what I'm saying, the street and like trying to do the right thing. So I done been there in my life. Like I done been Sharif, right? Like the dude who was like on some like real like righteous type, always preaching to everybody about changing their life around. I done been that guy, bro. I done been like Sharif's father, like that's where I'm at now, man. The responsible adult, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to show these young guys, show these young guys the ropes, but keep it real and keep it practical and down to earth. Like, man, I done been like several characters in that movie, to some degree, to some extent. So I'm gonna go Menace to Society.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
deep.
Mine was Remember the Titans. Another Denzel Washington movie.
Nice.
Only because that one part where it's like you make them remember the day we played the Titans.
Yeah.
And he points. That's what I love. That's why I love that movie. And I think I forgot Eric's was. What was yours, Eric?
It was Ace Ventura When Nature Calls.
Yeah.
Just the second one.
Yeah, I heard y'all talk about that the other night.
That was funny. Wiz was like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch that shit.
Yeah, I
Okay,
haven't
so
seen it in a minute, but it's a classic.
Oh yeah.
This is for both of you guys. So do y'all consider anybody like y'all talk to your biggest competitor?
I'm more because I love sports and stuff. My biggest competitor always will be me, but it's also the dudes you surround yourself with. So my biggest competitor is myself first, but then it's the dudes that's in my group. Not in a bad way, but they the ones that to compete just means, in my eyes, to compete means that whatever it is that's pushing me to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? That's competition. Competition to me is good. If you don't have competition in your life, I don't care whether it's on your job or whatever it is you're doing, then you ain't gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that it's me, and then it's my core group of cats that I chat with on a daily.
Okay. Mike?
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, not to take the cheap route out, but like I 100% agree with Matt's response, man. Like, number one competitor, myself. Like, I'm always pushing myself to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I might even be too hard on myself, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Chin up, get back in the game. You know what I'm saying? And then like that core group of individuals, we constantly pushing each other, we constantly motivating each other to get better. You know what I'm saying? I build off that, we feed off that energy, man, and it just pushes us all to grow. So yeah, for sure, I agree with Matt 100%.
Yep.
Okay. Eric, we got a question?
Yeah, I got a question, but I want to agree 1,000%. It's you. That's your biggest enemy, and that's also your biggest supporter. You know what I mean? You got to be in the right mindset. I just want to agree with both of you on that. Give me a problem or a situation that y'all ran into, either with your reptiles or setting up your reptiles that you didn't foresee, that you guys ran into.
So
It could be with anything.
no. I'll tell. So 2020. It's 2024. So 2021, I bought a 800-gram stranger clown female for 10K. I bought that female, and it took a lot of begging the wife to allow me to, you know what I'm saying, run the credit on a snake like that. You know,
I couldn't do that. I'd be hanging out back.
it was a leap of faith, and it was a leap of, you know what I'm saying, hey, we going into this thing 100%. And I told her, you know what I'm saying, the pairing was going to be or she got paired when she was ready to my Desert Entry Fire, Desert Ghost, Het Clown, and Het Hypo. So I told her, I'm like, babe, we're going to make some killer snakes. I'll sell one or two, recoup that money back, and still have some babies to hold back. Comes around, this female's counting food. She has 9 eggs in there for her first clutch. And the reason I know that is because I ended up having to take her to the vet because she became egg bound. Could not get her to pass the eggs. Me and my wife were able to get one of them out, and then she later laid another one that were duds. And then about a week or two later, she died. So 10,000 and a year of growing her up and breeding her to get her to that point that was a tough blow to take.
I was gonna say you have to swallow that, huh?
Yeah.
That say a lot about you too, man, and also say a lot about Kendra. That's a gut punch, man. That's a gut punch. But I know it hurt. I know it was tough, but you kept going. You kept pushing, man. So shout out to you, man. And shout out to Kendra too, man. To stand by, and because she could have been like, man, you can't do nothing with them snakes no more. This, that, and the third. But she wasn't like that, man. She was supportive, man, and she stood by your side, man. And so y'all been rocking this thing, man. So salute to both of y'all, man, for sure.
Yeah, appreciate that, bro, for sure. Yeah.
Hey, support, yeah. Y'all were supporting each other, so that's good.
Yeah.
But man, that's hard, and you might.
I go to my most recent challenge, right? And I talked about this some on the podcast, but a few weeks back, a couple months back, something like that, we had some ASFs get out, right? Like several ASFs get out the grow out tub, right? And so when they first got out, we caught a bunch of them, you know what I mean? Like we caught several of them pretty early on, but it was some that we didn't catch initially. And so they was kind of all around the facility hiding out. So we put down glue traps and stuff like that to catch them and basically to try to eradicate the problem. But they would come in the rodent room, chew up the hoses and stuff like that, man. So we had some flooded tubs. We ended up losing some colonies because they was chewing stuff up. And that was worst case scenario when they would chew up the hoses and it would flood out the tubs and we would lose the whole colony. But even during times when we weren't losing the whole colony, they would chew it up enough to where it just soaked the rodent food and it would soak the bedding. And I don't know if you ever smelled soap rodent bedding, but it does not smell good at all. And so it was just causing a lot of work. It was causing a lot of money to be wasted, throwing away food because it's soap and so you can use it. And it took us a while to kind of catch the last two. We caught the last one maybe 3-4 weeks into it. We caught that one, but then it was one that we couldn't catch for nothing, man. Like I said, we had down the glue traps. We had put glue traps in front of or behind the rodent room door. He found a little way to kind of scoop in in one little bare spot. So we had to kind of reinforce that. And then we put glue traps in front of the door too. So I was like, man, ain't no way he can get into this rodent room, man. And then this mother said, I got you, bro. And so he ended up chewing up one of the glue traps and pulling it out the way and walking in the room and chewing up the holes anyway. Right. We even put a line down with a nipple on it, hoping he would just drink from that and leave the other ones alone. He would drink from that one and then go terrorize the other tubs too. He didn't care, man. This was the final boss. And so we put down some more rodent traps, the old school OG wooden rodent traps. And he got snapped up in one of those and stumbled on the glue trap that was right by it. So finally caught him, man. But yeah, that was annoying, man. It was to the point where I was like, man, I'm tired of rodents, man. I don't even know if I want to breed rodents because it was just so much extra work, bro. I'm talking about all the time. It was just incessant. And man, it was crazy, man. But it's just one of those things that you go through, you know what I'm saying? That's something important. You're gonna go through tough times, man. But You just can't quit, man. Like sometimes it's rough. Sometimes you be like, damn, man, I can't deal with this. But it was rough, but we got through it. And there's gonna be challenges in the future too. But man, you just got to push through it, man. So that's important, not only in this industry but just in life.
Facts.
Damn, facts. Yeah. So, Mike, I got a question. We got like 20 people in here right now. You want to drop it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You want to drop the video first, or you want me to talk about it first?
We could drop the video first. Let's drop the video.
Drop it, boss.
All right. Let me get it up. Hold on, guys. Give me a minute. Here we go.
Welcome to the Untamed Rundown, where the giants roam and the legends are found. Uncoil the truth, the wisdom is sound in the Untamed Rundown. We're breaking new ground. From the jungles deep to the captive scene, we control the world if you know what I mean. With patterns so bold and sizes extreme, in the Retake Rundown, we're breaking new ground. Welcome to the Retake Rundown, where the giants roam and the legends are found. Uncoil the truth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, that be hitting, man. That be hitting, man. Yeah. Welcome to the Retake Rundown, man. So real quick announcement for everybody in the chat, man. So me and the homie Chris, man, we collabing on a show. It's gonna be called the Retake Rundown. Obviously, by the title, it's gonna be focused on reticulated pythons, man. We really looking forward to this show. It's gonna be broadcast on the Herp Collectors channel. And we're looking at doing Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. We're still working through the details and whatnot on the format and all that good stuff. So it's going to be updates to come. But we're going to drop the first episode on September 3rd. So it's the first of many collaborations for me and the homie, man. So we definitely got some dope stuff coming, man. So y'all just, y'all be on the lookout, man. We're going to be pubbing it like from here to then and beyond, man. So definitely, man, tell a friend, man, because we appreciate the love, man. We appreciate the support. And Chris, man, I appreciate you being willing to come on and join the team, man. That means a lot, man. So salute to you, brother.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be fun. This is what I was excited about all day. Like when I met opportunities open, regardless of how people make you feel. Like there's always something in the coming. So just stay positive and just keep pushing. Stay positive, guys.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I'm excited for that, man. Excited for that. That should be good.
That would be a good show. It would be fun to see you take side more too, right? But I want to talk about on the Retake Rundown. It's gonna probably be 4-panel like this. I'm gonna have 4 people good. We're just gonna talk about a topic, just like what Mike already does. Just pick the conversation and go hard on it. So I'm gonna talk to them, see, get some people on and see what we're gonna do then. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's an honor just to even work with Mike. So I appreciate you, Big Mike.
Man, the feeling's mutual, brother.
So yeah, I've been holding that in for like the last 2 months. I think it's been like
me too.
It's been like 2 months. I think it's been like 2 months, or a month and a half. I know it's been a minute.
We've been talking about it for a minute.
Yeah,
so, man, I'm glad we can make it happen.
So I'm glad that we're going forward, and I can't wait, man. Get that merch going. Start dropping some merch for it. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm excited, man. So that being said, all right. Let's go back to our podcast now. That's probably question. Sorry, we're already like an hour in, and then we got Keys right after us, or they're gonna start here. I think they're gonna start here now. They're already on. So after this podcast, everybody head on over to Keys to channels for balls and things with Wiz.
Yes,
they
sir.
just popped in here, and then after
they do that together now, right? That show.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's whiskey, isn't it? Whiskey, Fox, Triangle, Tango. Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy's. Whiskey Wednesdays. Whiskey Wednesdays.
So after that it's Morphforge, right? Tonight?
I don't know.
Or is that tomorrow? I thought it was Morphforge tonight, but I'm not sure. But I see them here in the chat too. I thank you guys for being here. But
Shout out to homie John.
So yeah. So what was one of the best advice that somebody gave you coming into the reptile hobby, Big Matt?
Oh man, man,
Yeah, they are tonight.
yeah. One of the best. I guess the best advice somebody gave me was to the stuff. One of the guys who uh, he used to run Morph Depot, Joy Kassar. He doesn't do it anymore though. He got out of the game, but he used to live out here in Reno. But he did. That's the reason why I really focused on building the stuff that I could, because he was like, spend your money on the snakes that you can't build the snakes, but you can build the rat. I still use the same incubator. This is my fourth season using this Rockstar refrigerator that I built my incubator out of. I still use my same wooden rat racks. I did get one 70 series like grow out rack from Freedom Breeder. But other than that, all my rat racks are built. And so that was kind of the best advice. So I could take what it is that I needed to invest into the animals, and go minimal as I could with building the stuff and using my own labor. You know what I'm saying? And so with the stuff that I could do.
And you, Big Mike?
Yeah, man, it's a lot of good advice out there, man. But I'm gonna go with something that's been floated around a lot, and I'm also combine that with like something in terms of feedback that a lot of people have given me on the show, and I've heard it from multiple people. But start with, man, just shut up and breathe, man. At the end of the day, man, like all the negativity and all that kind of stuff, man, tune that stuff out, man. Don't get caught up in that, man, because it ain't gonna do nothing good for you. It's just gonna bring you down, man. It's gonna weigh on you. It's negative energy, and that's not good for you mentally. That's not good for you physically. That's not good for you in any kind of way, man. So tune out that stuff, man. Put your head down, work, shut up, and breathe what you like, man. Everybody not gonna like the exact same project, man. Somebody might like this gene, somebody might like that gene, and they might not like a gene you working with, and you might not like a gene they working with. But guess what? It don't matter, man. It's so many genes out here. It's a lot of stuff out here for everybody, man. Work with what excites you. Work with what you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're gonna be most dedicated to. Because at the end of the day, it is a lot of work. Like, I'm just saying work just to say work. It's a lot of work, right? And so if you're not motivated for what you're doing, and you just doing stuff because everybody else likes this, but it's not really what I like, then man, you losing like one of the top 10 attributes of elite breeders, and that's that passion, man. So focus on that passion and breed what you like.
Yeah.
Agreed. Hell yeah. That's a good answer, man. And I have a topic actually to touch on because I was at the expo and I was talking to a breeder and he was like, man, he's like, I made a mistake because I only got into balls and ball python. And he's like, I only working with ball pythons. He's like, I should have expanded into different species because, you know, I feel like ball pythons are being produced a lot more now, you know? So what is your take on that? Do you guys feel like other people should expand into different species so they can make more money or just stay with what they're working with?
I'm a big believer on like being the best at what it is that you do. Even when it comes to the ball pythons, because there's so many different. Like you'll go into some people's collections and you'll see their collections, and they got a bunch of het DG females with a bunch of clown males because they are just in way too many projects, and none of their stuff lines up because they're not owning in on that one thing that they want to work, that they're serious about working, right? Because they're too spread out. And the same, I feel like it's the same when like you can work with different, like I have a bunch of different species because I do the shows and everything, but when you're talking about breeding a bunch of different species, you're also talking about, remember how we was talking before we even went live on the cost it takes to make a reptile room. Now I got to insulate my garage, and if I'm breeding stuff that does not sit at the same temperatures as my ball python room and they need a completely different climate, then I'm working with a whole different room and a whole different setup and a whole. So, I mean, I get that people want to do a lot of different things, but I mean, I'm more of the person like, you know, I don't see Microsoft out here trying to build a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know, it just doesn't, they might have a software in the car, but they're not out there making engines. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been one of those guys that it's like stick to what you are naturally drawn to and gifted at because that's where you'll flourish at.
Okay,
So that's just my take on it.
Mike.
Yeah, me, I'm one of those people where I want to get something like going before I like move on to the next thing, right? And so one of the tactics that I've done like with us, like at the beginning we picked up like a lot of reptiles, and I was thinking at some point we'll probably breed like these different species. But then like I quickly realized like through going through it through experience like how much was involved, and so I made like a conscious decision for just focusing on the ball pythons. I do keep other species, but as far as like the breeding part, I don't want to really jump in the breeding world right now because with those other reptiles, because like I'm still trying to work on like the ball python piece and getting that solid to where I want it. Maybe one day when that's solid to where I want it and like life circumstances are different, maybe then I'll be at a point to kind of like move and branch to the next thing. But at this point, I'm not in no hurry to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I do go to another species and I'm breeding another species, I'm gonna do it when the time is right, right? Like I want first things to be first and then go from there.
Okay,
Smart.
yeah, that's smart. Definitely smart. You got a question, Eric?
Yeah. Do you guys like since you guys are like collabing, are you guys like planning out what you guys are gonna talk about on the next show at any point? Or like, are you just winging it? I find that y'all's questions are a lot like in depth. So I'm just wondering, do you guys go over the show like prior to or you guys just wing it?
We definitely go over our not I won't say we go over like we rehearsing it, you know what I'm saying, but we definitely have a mapped out like I was telling y'all before we started, like Mike is more of the all right, here's bam bam bam, these are topics we got to make sure we hit, and then I'll just make sure I got something in each one of those topics that I could just go with and we can rap back and forth about it with. So sometimes we'll have a printed out script that we going off of on topics we want to touch. Sometimes, or like last week when we did the one about Naito, it was pretty much Dr. Tillis was pretty much running that thing by himself almost. So we was, we were just coming in with our questions as we came in with them. You know what I'm saying? And it so yeah, but we take the time to. All right, that's what's good about sometimes it's good about that 2 week that we got in between. Is to pick a topic and then he dives in it on his own and I dive in it on my own and then we come together and mash it together when we come together and do a live. So
Yeah. We definitely bounce ideas off each other beforehand, man. And we know if we got like at least like somewhat of a roadmap of where we're trying to go. Like we know the destination we're trying to hit and a little bit of a roadmap. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna fill in the blanks, man. And the good thing about it, man, like we've been vibing for like years at this point, you know what I'm saying? And so we already know the vibes. We play off each other well, like we work well together, and so like it's a good dynamic, man. It's like we the outcasts of the snake game, like he bit boy, I'm Andre. And so it's just like that dynamic duo type energy, you know what I'm saying? So it just worked, man.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know why. Every time I try to like write down questions, I feel like I'm always trying to get that hard question and not just, looking or reading y'all sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like, ooh, this sounds like a good question. I'm just going to ask it. I'm just not feeling the room and I'm trying to, and then I'll stop and I'll be like, hey, Eric, you got a question. So I feel like I need to work more on that communication with Eric.
It's
an art for sure.
That's what I was about to say.
The science. Yeah. See?
Yeah. And just like I swear to you, I was just in my mind, I was like, in my job in recruiting, which is basically sales, there's an art to it. Like, hey, I got a script that I could say verbatim to get you to the destination, but there's also art to it to where if you tell me, if I'm like, hey, you want to join the military, and you like, no, this, that, and the other. Okay, now the science comes in. So now I got to put myself in this situation and try to figure out what it is you need me to say to get you hooked, or try to figure out what it is that, you know what I'm saying, you're wanting out of this. And then I could go back into my script, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, man, it's just, you learn it as you go. And it's it's a developed skill, but it's an art. Like you said, it's an art and a science to it, man. It really is, for sure.
Well, I think for when Mike met me the very first time, I would think he would say I've come a long way from our very first podcast meet, right, Mike? Because I think on your podcast,
100%,
I was super quiet. I think like majority of the time.
100%, man. You really like coming to your own in this podcast space. So yeah, 100%.
So
we all grow.
I'm trying to learn like along the way as well. So like with the Retake Rundown podcast, I have everything written down. So I have a book here about retakes, everything. And I tell everybody, like, I'm starting to write everything down, all the information, everything, trying to see, like, Kalatoa. See, you got Kalatoa, you got Jumpea, you know, where they're from, what I can make with it, you know. So I'm doing my homework, man, versus when I did the other podcast before, I wasn't. So now I'm starting to, you know, get the brain rolling, working.
And that's key.
100%.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Now I was gonna say it's definitely a art and a science component to it, and through experience, you know what I'm saying, you learn like what the specific ratio of art and science you're gonna use in like each of those in each situation, right? Because it's gonna be situation dependent, right? And so sometimes you might lean more towards the art side, and sometimes you might lean more towards like the science side, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like a balance, and it needs to come through experience. And it ain't necessarily a right or wrong answer, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of it is driven by you, your personality, you know what I'm saying, your swag and how you do stuff, man. So you just gotta be yourself at the end of the day.
Right. You said I got swag, Eric.
That's a true part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like and back when I was, you know, I'm about to get out of the military. Thank you for all it's done for me. But when I first got into recruiting, they wanted recruiters to go up to the schools in their uniform, their military uniform, all like that's what was in 24/7, right? And but me, I came in, I'm like, dude, I could do the job, like I could recruit, but my personality's got to be in this somehow, and you got to find out like the demographic you're sending me to is inner city kids. So what I did was I'm like, I got to pass on my command. I'm like, dude, let me try my own approach. So I came with jeans, a polo, and Jordans every day to the high school because I gave kids something to talk about. They was talking about what shoes that I have on, and then bam, now we got into the conversation of the military, blah, 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 blah. It's an art to everything. So you just got to figure out, all right, how do I put me on it though? You know what I'm saying? That's all really podcasting is and YouTube videos, all of it. Like, it'd be crazy if we all sounded the same and did the same thing. That would be whack because I wouldn't listen to half of the people I listen to. But because some of them even say the same thing, but they say it differently, that's why I listen to them all, because they all got their own way of putting their own spin on it and delivering me the information into a way that's appeasing to me. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Man, I felt that, man. You make me almost want to join the military right now. I was like, oh shit.
Nah, you good, bro. You good. No,
you're like, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, bro.
Don't do it. I told you,
like,
once you pass
man,
that window, don't do it, man. That
you got me tearing up over here. Look, you got me tearing up, man. Felt that shit. But I do have a very serious question for you, too, because y'all are like, Mike is a big time podcaster. Like, his show's gone. I've seen his show like elevate. When I was gone for 6 months, that was like the show I would sit back, but I wouldn't comment because, you know, those 6 months I was trying to figure out who's still with me, who rocked with me. So honestly, I thought me and Mike had some beef, and I told him, I called him when he called me and we talked. He's like, man, I never had no beef with you, you know, everything was good, everything's Gucci. So
yeah, no, you got the number one podcast in the world. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, and then you, so you too, you're both of y'all are iconics on podcast. So I want to know if you have any like advice for me and Eric. You know, doing our podcast, like
as far as
we do it different. Yeah,
I'll
as
let
far
you
as
go.
podcasting.
I'm still new at it. I'll let Mike go. I'll let him go.
Man, I mean, I feel like we covered the most important part, and that's just being yourself. Like everything else, gonna fall into place, man. But be yourself. Be consistent. Like consistently be yourself. Consistently drop your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Communicate with people. Like if for some reason like something has to change, you know what I'm saying? Like put that out there. Explain to the people what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So you can like set expectations, right? And be consistent with that. Obviously, you want to like drop when you say you're gonna drop, but if something gonna come up, you know what I'm saying, like be proactive with that communication so it's not a surprise, you know what I'm saying, because then you're setting the expectation with the listeners and the viewers and stuff like that, that there's that open communication and they know what to expect from you. They either expect the episode or they know if for some reason on some rare occasion something not going to come out when it normally come out, they know you will have communicated that, you know what I'm saying, ahead of time, man. So be yourself, be consistent, and at the end of the day, man, just have fun with it. I know when I first started, uh I was so worried about like messing up because I didn't want to mess up. I didn't want to fail. I don't like failing and stuff like that. I probably was a little looser than I otherwise should have been, you know what I'm saying? But just man, let your hair down. Shout out to the homie Keys, man, and have fun, man, and just do your thing, man. Be consistent, be yourself, have fun with it.
Hell yeah.
For
All
sure.
right. Yeah, I'm trying to get Eric more involved because I
Yeah,
feel like
like when people start talking, I like to listen to who we're interviewing, you know. So I just like sometimes I find myself sitting back and just listening, and I'm like, dang, I ain't said nothing in 10 minutes.
yeah, like when the kids were saying, man, let Chris talk. But he was
And I always be thinking of ways to improve, man. Like it's so many things you can do, you know what I'm saying, to either make what you already doing to make that better or do something different to make like the overall experience better. And it ain't got to be like a game changing, you know what I'm saying, thing that you're doing differently every time. It could be something small because over time, you know what I'm saying, all those things start to add up, you know what I'm saying, and start to build off each other. It's a synergistic effect between like all those improvements you're making, and then you and also being patient and knowing that like growth and getting better and stuff like that, like it takes time, right? And these are the same things that I have to like tell myself too, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, like I want to be like at X spot, you know what I'm saying, and I might not necessarily be at X spot yet, you know what I'm saying, but I know it's a process, man. And so just make the process trustworthy and trust the process.
agreed. All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So I got two questions. So because I actually want to go catch Keys and Wiz too. Uh, uh, first question is for Big Matt. What did you think of the podcast so far?
Oh man, I'm digging it, man. You know what I'm saying? When you reached out to me and let me know about coming on, I was excited to come on. And so yeah, I like what you guys are doing. Um, it is, it can only get better. That's my mindset about everything in life. Pretty much, it's like you can only get better. You can't get worse unless you stop. And and so I would just say keep going from there. And just I will say the thing that that kind of that I would say separates our double clutch or even Mike's podcast from or his clutch conversations from a lot of podcasts is that there is a predetermined, not necessarily a topic for the whole thing, but there's some there's some points that we're going to hit. You know what I'm saying? So we already are in the back of our minds with it, so that way you don't feel like, oh shoot, okay, he about to start talking. What can I say next? You know what I'm saying? Have some stuff lined up, some of your top 10 key questions that you know you're going to ask everybody that come on the show or whatever. If it's that topic, if you talking about whatever is something for the retics, Calator retics, just make sure you know your homework so that way it's just flowing off. As soon as somebody stop talking, you already know, okay, well, yeah, how you feel about the this, that, and other when it comes to these species. So whatever it is, man, I've been a church kid all my life, and so one of my favorite verses in the Bible says to study to show thyself approved, and I think that goes for life in general. You want to be great at something, study it to show that you know that you know what I'm saying, you know what it is you're talking about and what it is you're doing, so it just comes natural to you at some point.
Oh yeah, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna take that in and absorb that.
We definitely could work on that.
Yeah, we need to. Not definitely, we need to. But same question for you, Mike. What do you think of this podcast versus the other podcast? Because you've been on both.
Yeah, man. So I enjoyed this podcast, man. I had a good time, man. We just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing feels forced. Nothing feels fake. I feel like super comfortable on here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good vibes, man. And I definitely like what you're doing. Respect what you're doing. Respect what you're doing, Eric too. And when we got to chat about Gainesville too, man. I got to pick your brain and get the history on that and whatnot. But yeah, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep up like those positive vibes, man. Keep standing for what you stand for, man. Don't let nobody get you off your path. Like we was talking the other day, man. It's gonna be people, you know what I'm saying, that just hate you for being you, you know what I'm saying, or they projecting like something that's really bothering them, like on you, or just whatever it may be. But man, at the end of the day, man, you can't let all that outside noise interfere with what you're trying to do, man. Just put your head down, work, man. I would say shut up and podcast, but I kind of defeat the purpose of podcasting. But you know what I mean.
But man, that means a lot because after that talk, you already know what's been going on with everything that I've been going through. So you know kind of the gist of it. So I appreciate you for that, big man. And I will talk to you later, Eric, about it so you can see because yeah, I'll show you what's up. But other than that, I'm gonna ask my final question. If you could change one thing in the hobby, what would it be and why?
Ooh. Oh man.
Yeah, it's different when you're in person though. Like when I was asking at the expos, they were like, "Oh, that's a damn good question," you know?
Yeah.
That is a good
I,
question. That's
yeah. It's a shoot. I mean, there's so much, and then there's, but again, my brain thinks on a different level. Like when it comes to stuff like that, because like I don't want it. Like I would love for some things to change, but then again, I don't want it to change because I want it to be as real as it is. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be who they are in it. I want people to be as messed up as they are in it, so we know who they are. I want people to be as good as they are in it, so we know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want it to change. I want it to be just what it is and authentic. I just want it to be authentic. If you messed up, then you messed up. If you good, then you good. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it.
yeah, man. That's a hard question, man. I was hoping like I would come up with an answer while you was talking.
Yeah.
That's a hard
Yeah.
question. Like obviously it's like certain things that I don't like. Um, but I kind of agree with Matt on that. I don't know if I would necessarily change it. You know what I'm saying? Because with stuff that I don't like, I just tend to distance myself away from it because ain't nobody got time for that. And so I wouldn't even say I would change that, man. If I'm gonna change something, man, I'm gonna pick some low hanging fruit. Like FedEx shipping prices need to go down.
Oh, golly.
Yeah.
Because man, they've been creeping up and up and up and up. I need them to go down just a little bit, just a tad. Look us up, FedEx.
Right. We need to try to get them to sponsor somebody's show. Maybe they'll start dropping prices a little bit.
Man.
Yeah. All right, Eric. Yeah, last question.
I mean, I asked a lot of my questions already, but we're gonna talk about snakes real quick. Give me your favorite gene real quick, because we haven't even talked about the ball pythons much.
My favorite gene right now would have to be, though I don't have Codon. I'm excited about putting a GHI into a lot of my stuff this year. I got a GHI Black Pastel Desert Ghost male that has he'll be siring a few clutches this year, and so I'm excited about that. And as far as recessive right now, my favorite one is Paint for sure. But I love Hypo Clown and DG as well. So
Yeah, that's
I
a
agree
nice
with you
combo.
there.
Black pastel,
Yeah.
GHI, Desert Ghost.
yeah, he's a monster. He's like 1,600 grams and doesn't stop eating.
Wait, you got one there right now?
Yeah, he's locked up with a female right now.
We'll pull them both up.
Oh yeah. I did some parents last night, so he actually locked up right now. So
Nice.
Hell yeah. Hopefully they produce those eggs, bro.
yeah.
That'd be a win for you. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Mike, what about you?
My favorite gene, that's hard, man. Like recessive wise, it's hard. Like I would say hypo as far as like universal and how it look in certain projects, you know what I'm saying? Like hypo is just so versatile to me, at least, you know what I'm saying? And at least for the projects that I work with. Like I know hypo gets slept on a lot, but for years, man, I've been saying hypo, 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 hypo. And so I'm so happy that hypo is really kind of like on a resurgence or whatever, and coming back, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people really seeing the value in hypo because hypo is a dope gene and it's a versatile gene that works so well with like so many different projects. Clown is another one that I love, you know what I'm saying? But hypo to me is like, I would say it's my top. And that's even over DG to be 100% honest.
Okay.
Codom wise, man, my favorite Codom, I got a love-hate relationship with it.
Why? What is it?
Like I love it so much, but at the same time, man, I've just been having nothing but issues. And I can't necessarily blame it on the gene. It could be just like the particular snake. But my favorite codom is confusion. But I just hadn't been able to successfully produce like a whole bunch of confusion combos like I would want. I do have like some confusion combos that I have produced, but like I've been having like some picky eaters and stuff like that kind of like cycle on and cycle off of food, and so it made the process take a little longer than what I would ideally like for the process to take. But that's one of the things I brought to the group, man, and everybody was like, "Don't get out, don't get out, don't get out." So I love it, man. I love what it does in combos, man, and so I'm gonna continue to work it. You know what I'm saying, and just like really kind of like figure that thing out, man, because it's my favorite one.
It's nice. I saw a confusion DG, and I like how the blacks like just stayed with the DG as it got older.
Like it darkens?
Like the black
Or
stayed
total?
black, like
Yeah,
like that deep black.
Yeah.
So
it didn't
both
like fade or
okay.
anything. No, and then Mike, I was watching the Canova video today, and I want to say congratulations because I didn't know Justin had a snake from you. And that's a serious, like, that's a cool accolade to have, like, Justin from Canova, you know, picking up a snake from you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. But I mean, Justin get a lot of snakes from a lot of people too.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
but like,
I
you
definitely
could get a snake from
appreciate
anyone, bro.
I definitely appreciate him shouting me out.
That's awesome, though. I didn't even know that till he said that. So that's awesome. Congrats. Hell yeah, dude. That's a yeah. Hell yeah.
Appreciate it.
But before we get on out here, y'all gotta drop a positive message for everybody watching. Y'all already know what it is.
Oh man, stay grinding. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up. If you want to do this, then do it. But you know, yeah, man, just stay positive, man. That's the key. Change your mindset to believe in what it is that you're doing. And if don't nobody else believe in you, then believe in yourself, because that's really all that matters at the end of the day. Is how you feel and how you feel about it. So surround yourself with good people, and be good to people. You know.
100%, man. Be yourself. Be confident. Have fun, man. Have fun.
Oh yeah.
Right.
All right. I want to thank you, Big Mac, Big Mike, for being here, for doing that announcement. I appreciate you guys for giving me time and always showing up. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Anybody watching the show, Keys is actually on right now, so we're gonna head on over there to Keys. And after Keys, I think it's Morphforged.
Yep.
And then I think there's another reptile podcast with Holly going on too during the same time, so y'all can go shoot where y'all want to go. But yeah, there's a lot of podcasts going on tonight. I tried to go before, so I think I'm gonna push back. Probably go at 5 now, so I can, give everybody time, a window. So I want to try to work with everybody, um, and do that. Yeah. So we're gonna head on over to Keys, and we'll see y'all there.
Yeah, I appreciate you inviting me
All
on,
right.
brother.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you saying yeah, because I haven't had you on what, a year and a half.
Something like that. Yeah, probably about closer to a
Because
year and a
when
half.
we were on yours, that was like about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, that was late 2022 when y'all was on my show, and then I was on y'all
Damn,
show, like right before that, like maybe like a month and a half before that.
24 now, so yeah, almost 2
It's been
years.
a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Damn,
And I thought y'all ain't love me no more.
nah, dude, hell nah. Love you guys, love you. And now I love Big Mac. Now I'm gonna keep talking to you guys. Hopefully, I'll
Yeah,
come back for
sure.
a part 2, like a show together, and we'll go from there. Like well, hosting, co-host. We'll do like the collab on the podcast, like Double Clutch and Untamed Unhinged come together and see what happens.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So on that, I'm gonna do one more thing. If y'all not following Don D on Uptown Exotics on YouTube, go follow him. He's trying to get to 500 subscribers. Y'all can go over there and subscribe to his channel, please. Get him up there. Go check out Elias's podcast. Elias's podcast. Snake Cinema podcast is on YouTube as well. I'm just trying to plug in the homies, the people that pick me up. Also, go subscribe to Mike and Big Matt's Double Clutch podcast on YouTube. The Herb Collectors, you got Herb Collectors for Mike Clutch Conversations as well. Go give everybody a follow, subscribe, like, comment, share. Let us know what y'all think, what we can change. Any info, like, it helps, honestly. But on that, guys, you already know what it is. It's time to get on out of here. We're going to go catch Keys and Wiz before they get off. Y'all have a good night. Love y'all. Peace. Stay positive, lift each other up, never put each other down. Y'all already know. And we out of here, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Peace out.